Okay, I'm recording. All right, hi class. This is Katie Johnson with Organizational and Program Management, Semester 1, 2016. And I'm here interviewing Amy Middlestead. I've been fortunate to work with Amy for the last couple years in our community engagement department at our local hospital. And I'll let her briefly explain herself and what she does as her role and her career as a community leader.
Great, thanks. I work in communication and marketing at a local healthcare organization, as Katie said, and I've been here for over 14 years. And as a communication specialist, I support various departments throughout the organization, and community engagement and wellness is one of those that I support. So I have a lot of involvement with helping to communicate about their different community outreach, their events, their presence in the community as it relates to health and wellness.
Awesome. Thanks, Amy. So in regards to your involvement with with the Community Engagement and Wellness Department and their programs, what is your leadership philosophy or what is your leadership style when you're dealing with that team?
Sure. So I would say that I'm definitely looking at the different leadership styles. I kind of overlap a couple of them, and really different styles emerge based on the different types of projects and people we're working with. I definitely would see myself in that charismatic, values-based. I have just personally, I know of myself, I have high standards. I'm very decisive. I love to have innovative ideas and try new things and try to really get people on board with those new ideas and activities. But I'm also really team-oriented. I mean, my job is to communicate about all of those wellness opportunities, but really I support the team that comes up with the ideas, plans those events, and hosts those events. So really it is definitely a collaboration among many, many people. I just help to connect the dots, make sure things run smoothly, and make sure that our image is upheld in the way that we would want it to be.
So you kind of adapt your leadership styles for the setting that you're working with.
I do, yes. And sometimes, depending on the situation, somebody on the team might have an idea that really doesn't maybe meet some of those standards that are set forward by the organization, and then I have to be a little bit more like, sorry, we can't do those things, but to the best of my ability and within the confines of some of those compliance rules, I try to just let the team kind of flow in the areas where they feel it's the best fit.
Awesome. So knowing what your leadership styles are and how you use them, what motivates your leadership practice, or who is someone that you admire as a leader, and what do you admire about them?
So I would say, let's see. So what motivates me, I think, is number one, I love to have fun. I love to have fun with the team, and I think being part of that team and having a really strong, cohesive team makes all of us successful. I can't do my job well if the team isn't successful. So, I really view that my success is a reflection of the team's success. And so I do my best to help enable them to meet their goals and hopes for what that community outreach and wellness is, but do so within the confines of kind of those corporate rules. So, I really think kindness, I know that sounds really kind of fluffy, but really, I think it's all about just being kind and nice. I try not to, Katie could maybe argue otherwise, but I try to just conduct myself and let's just be nice people, let's be adults, let's be professionals, and be respectful of each other. We don't always necessarily agree or have the same ideas, but I think that any situation can be handled in a positive way.
Cool. Is there anybody that you have in mind that you admire?
I do have somebody in mind. I have a colleague who is a nurse director. She's been here for 30 some years, and she knows, she manages, I don't even know how many people, 75 people, and she knows all their names and all their families and all their personal interests, and it never feels like you are taking up too much of her time. She always has time to talk to you, and she's so kind and has a huge heart, and those are things that I really value.
Awesome. That's great that it's somebody that you work with and it's not like some figure.
Yes. Yep.
Cool. And then lastly, are there some specific qualities that maybe you would consider that fall under what you would call a good leader? Just like a few brief things that, really pinpoint to you as somebody, the qualities that they should have in order to be considered a good leader.
Yeah, I think genuine pops right to my mind. I think that people need to be real. I don't want somebody to just be blowing smoke, at me. I want somebody who is authentic. I think that somebody who allows autonomy, who instills trust in you and allows you to elevate and do your job well is a good leader. What else? Yeah, I really think trust is a huge thing. I know that my job, personally, I value my job so much because I love to create new processes and come up with new ideas. And if I didn't have that ability to have that autonomy to do those kinds of things, I think that, people get discouraged. So.
All right. Thanks for your time, Amy, and hopefully my class enjoys this.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks.